ICP is like a cool Bitcoin layer 2, and the reason here is like a chain fusion, because on ICP again you can interact with any other chain or like many other chains. And yeah, let's talk about chain fusion. So chain fusion, there's a number of things here, but like the technical parts that really are necessary here is what we call chain key signature. So that's how, as a smart contract, you can own like a Bitcoin key, you can own an Ethereum key, you can own like a public key and sign authorized transactions with that. So that's like one part. The other part is network integration, because like it's not good enough if you sign things, but you cannot talk to other blockchains. And network integration actually allows, integrates the ICP blockchain with other blockchains, that actually smart contracts on ICP can talk to all these other blockchains. And we already have quite a bunch of tabs that do that. Again, you can go on internetcomputer.org ecosystem to look for that. We actually also have like sort of bridging in quotes, because there's no bridge, because it's really native smart contracts. So there's like tokens that are like twin tokens on ICP that you can transact with on ICP very fast, profit from the fast transaction speed on to their native blockchains. As I said, we have like native integration with Bitcoin, we have EVM chains integration, and of course we have ICP here as well. And here's another cool example of chain fusion. It's oisy.com, another URL of a smart contract. So this is a smart contract that actually is a wallet. And you see here, just a screenshot that I took this morning, where you see that I actually have some Bitcoin in my OIC wallet. Not so much, unfortunately, but the point is it has Bitcoin, right? And the way, so this only runs in the browser. I don't have to download anything. I authenticate to the smart contract with my passkey, so I don't have to store any, like seed phrases or anything like that. All I have to take care is of my passkey, but actually Apple takes care of that, because it synchronizes the passkey across devices. It has some backup, recovery capabilities. So this is like, if you want network custody, because now the Data and Computer Protocol actually custodies your Bitcoin key for you. So the Bitcoin private key exists nowhere on the network. It's just secret shared, and we use threshold cryptography here to secure that. So check it out. You can look at the code. So that's one example of chain fusion, how you can actually now have, Ethereum, like other tokens on here, how you can interact with other chains with an ICP smart contract, all smart contracts here. So the way this works is, right, as I said, like a smart contract can have a public key, that it can be a Bitcoin public key. Now this public key, again, is just the public key of the smart contract. The secret key doesn't exist, but actually it's secret shared amongst between the nodes on that subnet. And now using chain key signing, like threshold cryptography, if a smart contract here wants to sign a transaction, it requests, like it calls a system API, gets that signature on the transaction, and then can either submit this transaction to the Bitcoin network, or maybe just authenticate a message to the user. Whatever you want to do with that, right? And as I said, we also have full integration with Bitcoin. So actually, the nodes of some of the computer subnets have like Bitcoin, maybe something like light clients, and they pull from the Bitcoin nodes all the UTXO, all the blocks, and then make those blocks, well, UTXO sets as one service, but also the blocks, we're working on that, like full blocks. Right now they make the hashes of the blocks available. So if you're a smart contract on ICP, you have that information authentically, right? You know that actually this is really the Bitcoin blocks, that they're not coming from some like third-party service for some like Infura that could maybe fiddle with it. So it's really decentralized access to Bitcoin. Right. So there's like a special smart contract here that actually owns some Bitcoin and then produces, like manage that Bitcoin in a way as a ledger. So it produces like the CKBTC, which is like this Bitcoin twin, right? As I said, it's not really wrapped Bitcoin, because it's really this CKBTC Bitcoin Twin is controlled by the smart contract. It offers as an interface a ledger, and it also offers functionality to send or convert if you want, but send that twin Bitcoin back to the Bitcoin network, or if you're on Bitcoin, you can also send it to the smart contract, and then actually, when you do this, you also would say which principal on ICP should actually own that Bitcoin. The nice thing is it's fully transparent. So here again, this is the URL. If you see here, the URL of that smart contract, and you can see here of all the Bitcoin transactions that got in or out. You can see all the Bitcoin that it owns. Again, it's like a black hole smart contract that manages that Bitcoin for you. So it's really different from like other wrapped Bitcoins, right? That there's no custodians, there's no bridge, there's no merchants to do that. Like this whole thing is all just like a smart contract on ICP, right? So it's like natively integrated. I could really talk for hours, and yes, I talked very, very fast. So sorry about that. But I think, yeah, let's start coding Bitcoin. Take examples like Oasis. You can look at the Oasis source code. There's a ton of other apps here that are already using Bitcoin on ICP. Here's some more URLs. I guess I'll share the slides with the organizers on Telegram that can share them further. So yeah, thanks a lot for your attention, and happy coding with ICP and Bitcoin. Thanks.